Let's talk about the upcoming Apple VR headset. So, like many people, I want to live in a universe where I can do whatever I want all the time. Kind of like the holodeck from Star Trek. I just think it or speak it and it becomes real. Because of that, I try out VR headsets any chance I get. I tried the Microsoft Hololense, and I recently demoed the MetaQuest Pro and MetaQuest 2. They're all really impressive. There was an app called Archeo, which is a virtual architectural visualization tool. I could spend a lot of time in there. And that brings me to the likely impending Apple VR headset. Along with the stuff that the other headsets are going to do, it's rumored that Apple's headset is going to somehow be able to project legs into your avatar and give real-time facial features when you're communicating one-on-one with someone in the virtual world. If they can pull that off, that's really impressive, but personally, I'm not too excited about that. I find that it seems kind of gimmicky. There'll be a period when you first get it where you'll give it a try and it'll be awesome and you can talk to someone and see their legs and their face, but it's a virtual model of them. But eventually people are going to find that it's just a lot faster to send a text or make a phone call or maybe even do a video chat. I don't see a lot of people really relying on that in a new way. And taking that idea of being social in the virtual world to the next level, Meta's been dragged pretty harshly for creating a virtual work environment that seeks to add the fun of VR to the boredom of work, but it looks like it adds the boredom of work to the fun of VR. I mean, how could I get any work done thinking, I'm in Fantasyland and I can do anything I want and go anywhere, but I'm trapped at a conference table? What I want these companies, and Apple more specifically, to focus on are two key areas. I want the device to cover my whole peripheral vision. I would get immersed in whatever it is I was doing in the demo, and I would look too closely at something, and eventually it would get clipped by where the screen gets cut off in VR or in AR. Or there'd be some object that was in the background, and when I would turn my head, it would disappear because it went off of the screen, but it should have still been in my peripheral vision. Now, I know that's easier said than done. Those tiny little screens are expensive, and for every extra pixel they add to those screens, they have to have a more powerful processor to be able to produce the image. But if the whole point is to put me into a completely different world, I think it's kind of vital. The other thing I'd like to see is the ability to move through space without actually moving through space. All the apps and games I used were very careful to have the user teleport around. If you actually move in real life, you'd move in the game, but for big distances, there was no way to move with a joystick or controller. This is a problem. If I want to explore any kind of space larger than a living room, I need the virtual experience to let me move with controllers. I'm not sure if there was a fear that people would get motion sick, or if they wanted the user's hands to be free so that they wouldn't be holding a controller and they'd be free to interact with objects in the virtual world. But I kept thinking, I'd really like to explore that place over there, but I can't because I'm stuck in this little playpen. When I think about VR, I think about the promise of creation and the freedom to explore new kinds of environments and storytelling. And when I think about Meta or Google or Microsoft, they're not really the creative ones. Apple is supposed to be all about creativity and art. So I'm hoping that their headset is going to have a lot more of the things that are going to make VR really exciting. So tell me what you think. Are you excited about VR? Are you interested to see what Apple's going to bring? Do you want to know what the price is going to be? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Take care.